Hey, let's see. Looks like I'm here live, but there's a lot of problems, or a lot of problems trying to get on here, folks. And I'm not sure I understand it. I always say this. I have a problem when I go through the regular YouTube to do these live streams. I don't have any problem when I do this going through StreamYard, but when I go through regular YouTube, which is what I'm doing now, I have problems finding the stream that I set. You set the stream in advance and you say, okay, I'm going to do a live stream such a day and such a time. And then when the actual time comes, like now, or 15 minutes ago, I'm about 10 minutes late, 10 minutes ago, I can't access it. I can't find how to get on the thing I set up. You have to start new. But I think I found out the answer this time. I think what happened was I was trying to get on doing this through my webcam on my computer, and it wouldn't take it because I programmed it for a mobile phone. So I'm doing this from my mobile phone, which means that I'm here with all the noises. Get ready. It's early in the morning on a Sunday morning. The people upstairs are going to get up. They're going to flush the toilets. They're going to be walking around. They're going to be making noise. You're going to hear everything because I can't use my headphones uh, and the microphone. I can't do that when I'm using my mobile phone. So anyway, hello to Nicholas. Hello to Elvin. Hello to Kevin. Back Bacon Beer, Music Man. Let's see. Anthony, anybody I haven't said hello to, I'm sorry if I'm missing you. Edward, Astro Zombie. All right, so here we are. I'm going to tell you the story here about this morning. This morning, I was all set to go to that place that my girlfriend works at, and we were all set to go there this Sunday morning. And I had set this up because I figured I'd be there. But then it turned out she wasn't feeling so well, so she kind of like had to cancel today, had to cancel the working today. But I still wanted to come here. I had a commitment here to come here with everybody, so I'm here. Yeah, so I figured, well, I could just simply cancel my live stream, but there may be some people, and it seemed like there are. We got about 40 people here right now. So it looks like there were people that were interested in this. So the show must go on, as they say. So I wound up sticking around for this. And I just got to remember next time, if I set it up on my phone, I can only do it on the phone. And if I set the preview up on the laptop, then I'm allowed to do it on the laptop. So Henry says, I don't think you've ever done an early morning Q&A in your room before. Oh, yeah, sure. I have. I've done many, as a matter of fact. But, I think you joined Henry not too long ago, right? You're pretty recent here. I've done them early like this here, sure. But not lately, no. So, good morning to everybody. And here we go. So, I can tell you this is not going to be a long Q&A today. I'm probably going to get out of here in 45 minutes or something like that. So it's not going to be very long. But if anybody has anything to say or talk about, we'll do that. All right. So I know we're run out of stuff. Okay, Henry's been around since 2020. Yeah, I've been doing these live streams things since at least 2017, I want to say, if not sooner. So Harold watched the movie A Man Called Otto. He watched it on his phone. Watching a movie on your phone, my God. I guess it can be done, but okay. Astro Zombie wishes I would have saved all my COVID era streams. Yeah, Ken Dashow did a lot of John today. Oh, did he? Oh, good for him. I mean, what's that all about? What do I think of the new pitch clock in baseball? Well, Mystery Train, I haven't seen it in practice yet. I haven't seen it in effect to see how it's going. But I'll tell you, just on the idea of it, I hate it. Okay, I don't know why they just can't leave things alone in baseball. They're trying to speed the game up, and baseball is not like that. I'm trying to sorry folks, I'm trying to get this tripod set up right here. I don't think baseball is like that, so kind of don't really like that arrangement. Tell you the truth, sorry. Early in the morning, this happens to me. You get dry throat gunk. So watching movie on your phone is fine with you. Well, I've seen things on my phone. However, it's movies are meant to be seen. I'm sorry, on a big giant theater screen. That's how I feel. Of course, you can't always do that. So then you get a home movie screen that's at least 55-inch or higher. Yeah, I don't find baseball boring. A lot of people find baseball boring. They say it's boring. I don't agree with that. Buying any gold records recently? No, of course not. Oh, good records. I said gold records. Oh, GOID, typo. Any good records recently? Well, I show you what I buy in the vinyl finds. I just had a vinyl finds video, Mayo's vinyl finds. There's a Michael Jackson movie coming out. I couldn't care less, to tell you the truth. And one of his nephews is portraying him. Be-do. Sorry, Kit O'Toole. Kit, my co-host on Talk More Talk. By the way, here's a plug. We're going to be doing Talk More Talk tomorrow. Check out the Talk More Talk YouTube channel where we're going to be discussing George Harrison's 1974 album Dark Horse. That's tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern live. All right. But she likes Michael Jackson. I like Michael Jackson when he was with the Jackson Five, and I like Off the Wall, and I like Thriller. Some of his solo stuff early solo stuff like Ben and Rock and Robin, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't care if there's a movie or not. And Kit wrote a book, Michael Jackson FAQ, All That's Left to Know About the King of Pop. Yeah, the movie Smile. There's a horror movie called Smile. You can check out my movie channel. This would be a good time to plug my movie channel, right? I just did a review of the movie called Smile. It's a horror film from last year, and it's the review is over at my channel, which is called Movies with Mayo. So go over, please, and subscribe there if you like movies and TV shows and stuff. What's my favorite Halloween movie? If you mean Halloween, the franchise Halloween, Michael Myers, my favorite is probably, believe it or not, Halloween 2. And I'm talking about the first Halloween 2, with Jamie Lee Curtis, not the Rob Zombie fiasco. That's my favorite Halloween movie. I also like Halloween H2O, which a lot of people don't like. Those are probably my two favorite Halloween movies. I mean, not counting the original, because everybody says, "Oh, the first Halloween," and that kind of stuff. So, what's the best thing coming from Sir Paul McCartney that I'm looking forward to in 2023? I haven't heard anything. There's nothing really announced yet. He hasn't said. He said he's working on some new music. He might have a new album out. We don't know for sure. If he's going to have a new album out, I'm always interested first and foremost in new material, new solo material, studio albums from Paul. So that would be the first thing that I'm interested in. The main thing. I also would hope that we get the London Town and slash or hopefully both Back to the Egg archive sets. There's no word on those yet, and I'm just hoping we get them this year. And I'm more excited personally about Back to the Egg. I feel Back to the Egg is a better album than London Town. So I'm personally more interested in Back to the Egg. Good morning, Penny Lane. You're in my ears and in my eyes. So, hello. Hey, Beetle Vinyl 85. Marv, I haven't heard from you in a long time, Marv. I hope you're doing well. And I think you had a birthday. So, if I'm not mistaken, if you did, I wish you a belated happy birthday. But I haven't seen Marv in a while. Yeah. James, hello. James B. Shears. Did I see Nope horror movie? Is that the name of the movie? Nope? Because I haven't heard of it. No, Anthony, I have not seen. I have not seen any of the Creed movies. The Son of Apollo Creed. I kind of stopped. The last Rocky film I saw was, I think it was called Rocky Balboa or just Balboa. I forget what it was. It was, I guess you call it Rocky Six when he made the comeback. So anyway, this is weird. I got a different angle this time. kind of like this angle here. It's an angle I've never tried before. You get to see a lot more. I might stick with this. At what age should we stop celebrating people birthdays? Lila wants to know. As far as I'm kind of ready to stop. Well, that's up to you. It's individual. For me, it was 60. I'm going to be 61 this year. Can't believe it. But the thing is, I'm not trying to be, I don't know, like immodest or anything, unmodest, immodest. But I don't think I look 60 or 61. I don't feel 60 or 61. The only thing that's 60 is some of my old-fashioned attitudes. But other than that, I feel young. I think I don't look my age. So I'm pretty good with that. But all the same, there's some kind of stigma attached, when people hear, oh, that, you're 60, they think, ooh, he's an old man, I'm not, I laugh at that because I don't feel it at all. But yeah. So now I'm like, you know, I'm 50 something. Um, let's see. There's a trailer out for the new Scream movie. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about seeing the new Scream movie. I'm kind of like fed up with Scream, but you never know. What do I think about John Clooney? It doesn't ring a bell. Oh, George Clooney. Let's see. Thank you, Marv. Marv says, I'm happy to say you do not look 60 to me, Joe. Thanks, Marv. Is that Michelle S? Hello, good morning. Hear the people stirring about upstairs. I'm trying to be a little low with my voice, but it doesn't always work. You're gonna hear toilets flushing. Let's let it go. This is live. Like seeing the styrofoam promo, John Marino says. Yeah, right up there. When you see the Beatles with the green letters, that's a styrofoam promo. You can see the whole thing up there. Nice store ad. You don't usually get to see this angle. I kind of, like I said, I like this angle for a change, for a change. Hold on, folks. Trying to fix this tripod. Very wobbly. Do I like Richie Valens? Well, yeah, there's not much to go on with Richie Valens because he died so young, tragically, in the plane crash with Buddy Holly, excuse me, and the Big Bopper. But I love the song Donna. That's my favorite Richie Valens song, Donna. Also, of course, La Bamba, and there's another one. Oh, geez, come something, come. I have, excuse me, I have an album called Richie Valens, which is great, and the whole thing is great. The whole album. What's the other one? Come on, come something like that. Um, what do I think about Robert De Niro? Robert De Niro's okay. He's not my favorite actor. My friend Tom Hagnotti loves Robert De Niro. That's his favorite actor. Well, Anthony, thank you very much. Anthony says I don't look a day over 40. Well, I don't think so either. But I'm trying to be modest and say 50, 50 something. You know. Um, if you watch the start of A Hard Day's Night after George's fall, he's holding his arm all through the chasing segments. I've never noticed that. I've never noticed that. I'll have to look for that, Lila. Thank you very much for that. But those things are not necessarily filmed in sequence anyway. But it doesn't mean that they filmed that at the same time. But oh, you could see the smoke detector. Where? How do you see that? See, from my view, I can't see the smoke detector. It's cut off. You know what that means? That means you get to see more than I'm seeing because in my image, I don't see that far high up. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Beetle Vinyl 85 is preparing an upcoming movie. Upcoming move. Gee, it's early in the morning. I got to wake up a little bit. Upcoming move. Anybody hear it? Hey, Archie, you flushing the toilet? Yeah, you did. I went to the toilet. Okay, there. I'll make a joke out of it. That's what anybody wants to know. That's why whenever I'm doing live streams, usually I'm wearing these because if I put these on and I use the microphone that comes out, that helps drown out that crap. That's the reason why. Yeah. Anytime. Come on, let's go. Thank you very much. Come on, let's go is the name of that Richie Valens song. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, let's go. What's your favorite Kong movie? I'm going to shock everybody. You know what my favorite King Kong movie is? Everybody, get ready. King Kong versus Godzilla. And I'm not talking about the new one, Godzilla versus Kong. I have it somewhere. I'm talking about the 1962 film, King Kong versus Godzilla. And everybody hates that film because King Kong, the suit looks terrible and it's a really mangy looking, funny looking mask. I love it. I grew up with it as a child, and I love that movie. I talked about getting a house in 2024, so that makes sense. You'll be signing up for Social Security. I'm waiting for the same thing. Well, I won't be able to do it in 2024. It's going to be 2025 or later, probably. I think. I did say 2024. I might be doing it. That's true. It'll be late 2024. But the whole thing is, again, I'm not buying a house. I'm renting a house, and there was a situation where I was going to go ahead. My girlfriend and I were going to go ahead and we were going to like do it on our own, kind of. We were going to like uh, move somewhere on our own, but we had a situation where a friend of ours, a couple, are going to be getting a couple of houses and they're going to rent us one. So the thing is, it takes a long time. The woman, our friend, she hasn't retired yet. She's waiting to retire. I think she's my age. She wants to wait a couple of years to retire, and then she wants to sell her present house around here, and then we'll all move. So anyway, I couldn't make up my mind whether we should wait for her or just say, don't wait, just rent something else. So I think I'm going to wait though. We changed our minds. Right now, we're thinking we're going to wait for her. We changed our minds, but we can always change them back. What conspiracy theories do I sort of believe in? I'm not really a conspiracy theory. That's a good, Lila. You come up with some great questions, and I really appreciate that. But let's put it this way: I believe Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I believe we did in fact walk on the moon. I don't think that was set up or a phony act. It was we did the man did walk on the moon. Um, and I believe that the jerk who killed John Lennon, that ass, he acted alone as well. So I there's no real. I'm not a conspiracy theorist really. Let's see. Marvin doesn't see any smoke detector either. Yeah, on the top of my screen, Marv. What does it cut out for you? It cuts out. The last thing I see is a McCartney up here. I see a McCartney two box. I see three boxes of McCartney three. Okay. Uh, 1, 2, 3, and it cuts off at the top of the McCartney three box. That's as high as it goes on my end. So there you go. Don't see no smoke detectors. I presume, Jamie, hello, Jamie. Jamie says, I presume that the next Beatles mix is going to be Rubber Soul. You presume correctly because Giles Martin said that. Whether he changes his mind, I don't know, but he did say that at one point. What extras would you like to see with the box set? Any specific takes, scrapped songs, etc.? Anything and everything, Jamie. Anything and everything. Whatever it is they can conjure up. Stuff maybe we know already exists and stuff that we don't. I'm a big fan of outtakes, of failed takes, trying it out, different vocals, just different takes altogether than what you used to. I'm not so much a fan of mixing. Like if you listen to just the vocals, they have just the vocals or just the music, or they haven't yet added the tambourine. Here's a version of, I don't know, I'll make a song up. Here's a version of, I don't know, Day Tripper with no tambourine in it. Woohoo! Big. It's the same take. I like different takes. That's what I like. Beetle Vinyl 85 says, in case I missed it, he did a he posted a video on George Harrison's birthday showing the songs by George Harrison's Volume 2 Genesis book. Thank you, Marv. I did miss it. I don't know what's going on. Nicholas asked me, do I like Star Wars? Let's put it this way. I always tell the story. Um, when Star Wars came out, I was a kid. I was 15, and I was very into old monster movies, and I was very much into the old Planet of the Apes movies. And the Planet of the Apes movies were like the biggest science fiction craze anybody ever heard up to that point, right? Then Star Wars came along and crushed all that. Star Wars took over everything. They took over my beloved Apes films. Star Wars took over my monster movies. I remember there's a magazine called Famous Monsters of Filmland. It was all about monster movies. And overnight, they changed the title of Star Wars. It was like every issue was Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. And they forgot about the monsters. So, but anyway, it recently, let me say recently, I don't know when it was. And maybe, I say recently, but it was probably like around 1990s. Anyway, I've seen pretty much all the Star Wars movies, and I do like the first three. Okay, the first three Star Wars films are okay. I think the best film is The Empire Strikes Back, but when it comes to Star Wars, I'm just not a fan. But I appreciate the first three, but not a fan. Yes, I know. Did you know Astro Zombie? Did you know I made a video? Astro Zombie says people now say verse instead of versus. You're supposed to say versus King Kong versus Godzilla. It's not King Kong versus Godzilla. It drives me nuts to hear people say verse. And if you don't know, check out my Rants and Mayo rant videos. That one needs some views. I mean, it's a rant video that I did that hasn't gotten a lot of views. So check it out in the playlist under my rant videos. You'll see a video where I pretty much complain about that. It's versus, you dummies. It's not verse. When you're in a competition, it's versus. I just did it. That's all right. Take my morning water. It's versus. Okay, say it right. Oh, thank you very much, Back Bacon Beer. Joe, you are 1,609. I can't even figure that. 1,609, 545, 600 seconds. Is that billion? 1 billion seconds old. What is my favorite Sean Connery movie? Good question. Comedy. Good question. Well, it'll have to be James Bond. I'm going to say Goldfinger. Um, I've never liked anything with Sean Connery in it that wasn't James Bond, I don't think. And out of the James Bond movies, Sean Connery ones, I would say Goldfinger is my favorite. Hi, Archie. Yeah, have you heard about Yoko leaving New York City to live on her and John's farm? Yeah, I heard that Yoko was moving from the Dakota to live on a farm. Somebody said, I think it was Beatly Tone, my friend Beatly Tone. Uh, Beatly Tone said in a comment somewhere, he said, by the way, that story's not true. I thought it was true, but maybe he knows something I don't. Is that possible? Elvin says, Joe, when is your next movie show on Mayo Movies? I don't mean a Q and A. I'm lost with that. What's my next movie show, but not a Q and A? I'm not sure what you mean. I will tell you that on this Tuesday night, if everything goes according to plan, I'll be doing it again on my movie channel. I will be doing a Q and A, whether it's going to be with myself or whether it's going to be with Tom Agnotti and Tim Allen. I don't know. My new friend is Darren Franz. Please check it out. Go over to my movie channel and check it out. Recently, we did a really cool discussion, a Q and A on movies, Darren and I. It was great. But the thing is, in order to really access it, you have to go to the live section. So check it out. If you go to the movie channel, Movies with Mayo, check out the live section. You have to don't just hit videos. Don't some things are hidden. Some live discussions are hidden because they're in the live category. But as far as those kind of shows, if that's the kind of shows you're talking about, Elvin, when are we going to do those kind of shows? I don't know exactly, but I'm going to be in touch. I'll be in touch with my friend Darren, and we'll arrange some of those shows for sure. So it's in my mind. I hear some water running upstairs. We might get a toilet flush any second now, and I'll be happy to do an Archie Bunker when it happens. So, do I have a favorite Bruce Lee movie? I'm not really familiar with the Bruce Lee movies. I saw Enter the Dragon. I saw Game of Death, but I'm not familiar enough with the Bruce Lee movies to make a comment on that. Wink the Man, hello. He's giving us a little tidbit. He says this morning on the Ken Dashow Beatles show, he said that if you listen to the end of Pink Floyd's Eclipse from Dark Side of the Moon, you can hear an orchestral version of Ticket to Ride. Lila says, songwriting aside, if the Beatles would have all had shaved or bald heads, would they still have been as popular? I don't think so back then. Would I be interested in isolated Beatles tracks? Not especially, but I'll take what I can get. The Beatles record, yes, March 5th. That's right. You're right about that. I have a CD that says March 5th, 1963. The Beatles recorded Thank You Girl and From Me to You. Geez there, meathead, huh? You gotta flush the toilet, right? There we go. I just got something flashing across the screen that says, Alert! Your account on Amazon has been whatever. You must hit this link. I just got a flash on the top. I did a rant video on that recently, trying to tell me that my fucking account is being hacked when it hasn't been. What a lot. These people never stop. Even on a Sunday, they don't. Sunday's a day of rest. You know what I mean? Why don't you scammers take a break? Let's see. Funko is throwing away $30 million of Funkos into the landfill. Those Funko Pops are ridiculous. I'm sorry to anybody who collects them out there, but they don't look anything like the people they're supposed to look. Look, I got one. I got a Funko right there. It's right at the tip of my finger. It's John Lennon, and it's the one. The only reason I got this Funko was because it looked like him, because it had the glasses and it had the kind of blue beret that he was wearing. So it looks a little like John. But most of them don't even look like the person. What was my what was my favorite Planet of the Apes movie? My favorite Planet of the Apes movie was always the second movie, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Am I a fan of Land of the Lost? No, no, no. I agree with Jamie. Jamie says, I've got all the Beatles mixes, the vinyl box sets. It's really annoying how they're all different heights. Why can't they make them all even so they look nice on the shelf? I'm with you. I like uniformity. I like things to look together. I do not like when they're all different like that. So I agree with you completely, you know? Yeah, it annoys me as a collector. Yes. Is that Remco box a counterfeit? Yes, it is. It's not a real Remco box you're talking about. This item here. That's a phony box. Yeah. I've never seen Finding Forrester and Medicine Man, so can't give you any opinion on that. Okay. Hello, Wes. Good to see you here, Wes. Wes says, I saw a new issue of a magazine called Retro Cinema yesterday that has a feature article on the Omega Man. Heston is on the cover. Really? I don't know what that is. I'll have to keep that in mind. If there's a lot of things in this mind. So, what do I think of Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein? I think it's for fun movie. Again, I had no sense of humor as a kid. When I was like 12 years old, I saw Young Frankenstein. I was offended. How dare they make fun of the Frankenstein movies? How dare they? Now I realize it's a satire and it's brilliant and it's fun. You know. The only bad thing I feel in a way is that it kind of ruins the originals for people. Usually younger people who haven't seen Bride of Frankenstein and Son of Frankenstein, if they watch Bride of Frankenstein and they see the scene with the old hermit with the monster, and he befriends him, and they're eating soup. They laugh because they think of Young Frankenstein. It's not supposed to be a funny scene. It's supposed to be a touching, loving scene, heartfelt. And the other thing is, whenever you see Son of Frankenstein, you see like the inspector with the wooden arm. They laugh at it. They think it's funny because of Young Frankenstein. Wasn't there another poster on the back of your door? Yes, Ollie Perry, there was another poster right here on the back of my door, and I have to replace it. I haven't decided what I'm going to replace it with yet. I want to change it around a little bit. Joseph Mantaneo, hello. Did you ever do a rate and review of Paul's Broad Street album? No, I have not. And maybe I'll save it to next year for the anniversary, 1984 to 2024. Do you have all of Paul's classical albums? I think now I do. I think at this point I do. Right, exactly. Also, in addition, on March 5th, 1963, aside from recording free from me to you and Thank You Girl, they also did a few attempts at the song One After 909, the early version, which was not released. Do I have a favorite Beatles movie? My favorite Beatles movie is Help. But I think A Hard Day's Night and Help are very much great. Both of them are equal, kind of equal. But if I was going to say what is a cinematic classic, I'd give it to A Hard Day's Night. A Hard Day's Night is the better movie, better cinematic masterpiece, classic. But Help is just a lot of fun. Nicholas was watched Roustabout with Elvis, not one of my favorites, he says, but he loves Presley music, but the movies are cringe. Actually, I like Roustabout. Not all of them are cringe. To me, with Elvis's '60s movies, you have to take them in the spirit in which they're intended. They're supposed to be a light beach blanket bingo, so to speak. Not all of them are on the beach, but Roustabout is at a carnival, you know, but or at a fair, carnival. But take it for what it is, not what it's not. It's fun. Thank you, Marv, Beetle Vinyl 85, for saying hello. Hello, Stan W. Hello from a cold UK. It's cold in the UK. This is beautiful. I just went out for my morning walk over here, and the weather is, we've had no winter, and it's great. Oh, if we could have no winter every year, I'd be so happy. The Beatles should have done a secondary label similar to the FTD Elvis. Yeah, I agree with that. Very funny. RobTube1 says the reason the Beatles box sets are different sizes is because they're going to sell a custom bookshelf to put them in and even be more money, like 1,500. Do you think we'll ever get a Blu-ray release of Give My Regards to Broad Street? Fingers crossed. Even though it's a crappy movie, I still want to have it. I like the music segments in it. So, hello, Rick. Top 40 hubs. What's your favorite 50s and 60s sci-fi? Oh, there's so many of them. I don't know where to begin with that. Uh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 50s. 60s. Wow. Um, wow. Oh, obviously, Planet of the Apes. Harold wants to know if I got any more Elvis CDs. Everything I've gotten recently, I've shown. I've shown you, and I have not got any other ones. Besides Beatle members, which artist would you pay to see? I'm going to see Peter Noon of Herman's Hermits. I got tickets to see him in April and in September. But Stevie Nicks I would pay to see. Too bad I've never done. There was opportunities to see. Or I wish I could have saw. I mean, I could have. I didn't. But the opportunity was there to see Fleetwood Mac numerous times. With I wanted to see it with Lindsey Buckingham in it, um, Christine McVie, who's who's passed away, and Stevie Nicks. And I had opportunities, but I didn't. And El King also, I might, I would pay to see. I like El King. Hello, Daniel Amico from Argentina. Do I own the Fireman albums, the McCartney Fireman albums? Yes, I do. If so, which one is your favorite? Electric Arguments. You know, yeah. I've only heard snippets out of the other ones. I have not played the entire album, Strawberries, Oceans, Forests, Ships, whatever that is, and I have not played Rushes. But I've heard snippets of them, and based on those, I definitely like Electric Arguments the best. Nicholas saw a video where I did an unboxing of all the Elvis albums, CD boxes. So you don't think I need any more Elvis CDs? Well, you can think what you like, but there's other stuff besides those albums. Yeah, yeah. This is a new angle I may make my videos in. I think, but we'll see. We'll see about that. This is really good today. A lot of good questions here. I think I'm going to wrap it up pretty early though, because as I said earlier, when I started this, um, I was supposed to do this live stream from the classroom that I was going to be going to, the building that I go to with my girlfriend when she has to work on some certain Sundays. I go there with her and I do my streams from there. But she was sick, so she didn't go to the place today, and I was going to cancel this, but I said no, no, don't cancel it. People are going to line up. We got over 80 people here, and I thank you all for watching. And feel free to hit that donation button. That always helps. Uh, have I ever seen that Dracula movie Ringo did with Harry Nilsson? You mean Son of Dracula? I saw it one time on a really terrible videotape. You really couldn't really see the movie very well. The quality was awful. There's better copies out there, but I haven't seen it again since. And I remember the movie was pretty lousy, pretty worthless, except that there was some music I liked in it. At least one song. Can't remember what it is because this is probably the 1990s when I saw this videotape. But I remember there was really one track that I liked. I don't know what the name of it was. Darren Gamble. Hello to Darren. David Fishman says, I don't like the Giles Martin mixes. They don't sound natural. Most of them don't. I agree with you. I'm not overall a fan of the Giles Martin mixes. I always say some of them I like, some of them I don't like. And I've come to the conclusion for most of these albums, I'm going to just stick with the originals, especially the case of Revolver. I'm not as bowled over by Revolver on repeated listens as other people are. Everybody loves the new Revolver, the 2022 remix. I don't. There's things I like about it. Eleanor Rigby was the best remix on it, I thought. But overall, I played the other ones, the original one, and I like it better. The original one better. The one exception may be Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by Giles, but I still prefer my Sergeant Pepper album in stereo, no matter what the Beatles felt. I like it better. Was there any recording artist I saw live and was disappointed? Oh yeah, the Rolling Stones. I saw the Rolling Stones in 1989 on the Steel Wheels tour, and I thought they were terrible. I hated it. I was really disappointed. And the only reason I say that is because I know people always, this is a very controversial thing, but because it didn't sound like the record. The way Mick sings is, whatever. I can't get no satisfaction. I try. I can't get no satisfaction. Hey, it's what I like. I don't know. He like, well, I can't get any satisfaction. It doesn't sound anything like the record. I hate that. Okay, and people, I have to always say this because people are bound to throw it in my face. They say, well, I don't understand. What's the point of going to a concert if it just sounds like the record? You could stay home and listen to the record, right? Well, no, because you're there in a stadium with the Stones in front of you, performing it before your eyes. You're breathing the same oxygen, and there's other people there applauding and cheering with you. You get the energy. So, no, it's not the same if it sounds like the record, at all. Um, Also, Bob Dylan. I saw Bob Dylan at the same year, 1989. He was god awful. He didn't acknowledge the audience even once. He just didn't say anything to them, which is I know Dylan's style. That's my style. I'm cool. I don't say anything. I'm weird. I'm different. I have a mystique about me. I don't address my audience. Oh, look at me. But I do like Dylan. I'm a Dylan fan. However, I did not like that '89 tour at all. A lot of people agree with me. Whoever went to see that particular show, it was a Jones Beach show. Jones Beach, 1989, terrible. But I saw him again in 2013, and it was better. So just so you know, I'm not knocking Dylan. I like Dylan. I saw Dylan in 2013. You still got idiots out there, who think that I only listen to the Beatles and I only like the Beatles, but they got mental issues, and jealousy issues. So, um, let's see. What is the best box set for the Beatles music? The Giles Martin sets versus the '09. The Capitol box. Well, Joseph, I can't. That's a matter of personal opinion. I mean, I really don't know. The best box set for the Beatles music. The mono box is nice. The mono box. I'm gonna say okay. That's it for now. A shortened version today. I want to thank everybody for being here. This actually was short but sweet. I liked a lot of the questions. Good questions. A lot of attendance. A lot of people watching. Please watch my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Oh, gee, we got another toilet flush there, little girl. Yeah, please check out, if you're not subscribed already, meet Mr. Mayo. And also, please help out my movie channel, which is called Movies with Mayo. You get it? If you like your movies, you got movies with me or movies with Mayo on top, however you want to take it. All right, everybody. Next live stream I'm going to do, hopefully, will be this Tuesday again. This is Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, but it's going to be over at my movie channel. So it's just going to be a movies discussion. Hopefully, I'll have Tom Hanyadi and Tim Allen with me, maybe Darren Franz. I don't know. Or any combination thereof. Who knows? Hopefully. Or I'll be by myself, but it'll be a movie chat. That'll be, I think, around 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That's the time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday night. If it all works out. Okay, talk soon.